Let me tell you the first thing that's going to happen. Wike will come back with a rocket launcher, and you will see it. Governor Seyi Makinde can cry for all I care.
Why do you say so?
It was part of all of this orchestrated mess PDP has gotten into. His colleague, Governor Tambuwa, called him in the period of 2023 and said, what is the end game to all of this thing you guys are doing? He was bragging, they would take over the party. Come and join. Are you not part of us before? This is my personal opinion. Governor Seyi Makinde is not fit for that office he's occupying. How can you have a conversation with the president of a nation? Private conversation. Then you bring it to the media space. Private conversation. That is, how do I call it? It's childish. It's pedestrian. It's political. It amounts to political immaturity. Atiku supported him to be governor. Let him come out and say it's not true. We all know what Atiku did. Posterity will not forgive Damagun. Posterity will not forgive him and some of his colleagues that brought Nigeria to, because whatever happens to PDP by extension is happening to Nigeria. So that's why I have no respect for all these governors. This present governor, this class of governor, I think from 2019 to date, are the worst class of governors I've ever seen in my life. Across the party lines. They are the worst class of governors.
Oladimeji Fabiyi is our guest once again. All right, let's start this way. Let's do a recap of the last 1 year of this government. Okay. The highs and the lows for you. If there is anything you want to see as the high points and the low points.
Let me first congratulate all of us. This is a celebration season. Merry Christmas to Nigerians and to our viewers out there. I just pray that 2026 will bring more, good tidings for every one of us.
Amen.
When you pray, you walk too, because these are the things that come together. And that will take me to the question you've asked me about a recap in the last 1 year. There have been some positivities and there have been negativities, but I tell you, the negativities are more than the positives. And that is not a pass mark. That's not a good, a very good pass mark for any government. Today, Nigeria is struggling. We thought when this new government came on board, we were going to have something different, because of the much touted capacity of the president. During the campaign, they said he performed wonder in Lagos, and I kept telling them he didn't perform any wonder. Throughout 8 years of President Tinubu in Lagos, he only had 2 major projects. Millennium School somewhere around Ogudu or somewhere, or Ogba, at the cost of 5 billion. And this road, they call it, that is around Igondo, Ikotun. Those are the 2 major projects he did as a governor in 8 years. So for me, and what he inherited when he came to Lagos wasn't that too bad, because General Marwa did quite a lot before he left. I remember the government of General Marwa declared rehabilitation of 10 roads per local government. It's on record. So I wasn't too small, I was in Lagos, I was in school. So for me, when he came, and luckily for him, he became the president. We had expected that from all that ovation, all that hyping and all that, he should have done better, but the president has not done better. And he didn't do better because, one, he wasn't really prepared for governance. He wasn't really prepared for leadership. He just wanted to be president for being president's sake. And that is what we are seeing all over. And I can be challenged, You then, to rub salt on injury, you came May 29, said, I am going to, like somebody, when a military wakes up from hangover, I say, I'm going to construct bridge here without the architectural design, without all the needs assessment done. I'm going to remove subsidy. And today, that is not the case. And we know where that has led the economy and the well-being of Nigerians. So Nigerians should judge by themselves. I don't need to say anything because Nigerians are more aware now than ever, and they have seen their situation. The question is, are they better now than they were last year or 2 years ago? That settles everything. So without going back and forth, I'm going to rate them less than 30%. You can see what is currently going on on the economy, on the scam of tax, on the forgery of our tax law. These are all clearly mess, that you just can't run away from. You can't just keep your heads away if you are really aware, if you know what's going on in this country. But I think they have not done well in the last, even the security. What are the remarkable achievements? I ask. Today, people are still being killed, people are still being kidnapped, people are still being hounded, communities are still being invaded, and you budgeted billions of naira for security. At some point, they said they don't even have money to fight security. So all of these things are just clear indication that the government is not the leadership is not capable of running this country.
Is there any particular thing you can pinpoint to say, maybe this is the only area I feel they have passed?
The only area they have passed is to deceive Nigeria, lie to Nigeria, honesty, scam, illegality. That's where they have passed. They have not passed anything, as far as I'm concerned, because there's nothing that's affecting me now. See, I can't travel by road because the road is not safe. The roads are not good. And to even travel by air is it's too expensive. Just let's take it from that. Now, the things I buy, the things I eat on daily basis, look, before I used to buy electricity unit, 50,000, and that gives me almost about 500-600 units. Now, 400 units or thereabout, 50,000 now gives me less than 200 units. So what are we talking about? I'm not happy. And how much is my take-home pay? How much is my salary? Now you said I should come and be paying taxes that currently are illegal. I don't know what they want us to do with that. So for me, I've not seen anything remarkable. I have not seen it. If they have, let them tell me this is what they have done. Apart from the fact that the appointment is lopsided, what else have they done? And with all that, what have they achieved? I can only tell you, they have done well if Nigerians are happy. Today, Nigerians are not happy. It's only few that are feeling the impact of it because they are there. If Nigerians are happy, if Nigerians are having all good, we can say, okay, they have done well. Nigeria is doing fine.
All right. Yesterday, the governor for your state, Makinde, if you like, the very first expose on Wike, said, accused the FCT minister, or alleged that the FCT minister is holding the PDP down for the president for 2027. And then, if you look at all that has been happening in the PDP, forth and back, not having a headway, what do you make of this development and this allegation?
Governor Makinde can cry for all I care.
Why do you say so?
Thank you very much. It was part of all of this orchestrated mess PDP has gotten into. You are not a member of PDP. You joined PDP in the build up to 2019. And you have the support of critical stakeholders who brought you to that party. You've contested under SDP. You failed. Another party, you failed and all that. Then you came to PDP welcome you. You have never been a councillor. You have never been a council chairman. You have never held any position in the party. I expected him to be someone. All of us support. I supported him because I see him as I saw him as somebody with moderate tendencies. But it's a huge disappointment. What are you looking for? So all those things, all those hues and all those things was saying it was just playing to the gallery. I guess he was looking for sympathy, and he's not going to get it from that. Let me tell you the first thing that's going to happen. Wike will come back with a rocket launcher, and you will see it. Does Makinde want to tell the world? Because I saw him and somebody was frustrated yesterday when I saw that thing, when I was watching it. So this man is frustrated. So is it now he is realizing the agenda? What was the agenda? I said it there the last time, that in my presence, his colleague, Governor Tambua, called him in the middle of 2023 and said, what is the end game to all of this thing you guys are doing? He was bragging, they would take over the party. Come and join. Are you not part of us before? So see where it has led them. This is my personal opinion. Governor Seyi Makinde is not fit for that office he's occupying. How can you have a conversation with the president of a nation? Private conversation. Then you bring it to the media space. Private conversation. It's just like a commissioner or a local government chairman had a private conversation with you, even though it's about the country or about the state. And the next thing you see him on the pages of newspaper and the television talking about it, that is, how do I call it? It's childish. It's pedestrian. It's political. It amounts to political immaturity. You don't go and discuss that and bring things like that at that level. That shows you his inexperience. He exposes his inexperience. Even if you have problem with Wike, you're talking about, I made $1 million when I was 29. Who cares about all of that? See what they have reduced the PDP to. Do you know my advice to him? My advice to him is that he should rally his colleagues. They should go back to what Atiku told them in the from the beginning. Oh, God, posterity will not forgive Damagun. Posterity will not forgive him and some of his colleagues that brought Nigeria to, because whatever happens to PDP by extension is happening to Nigeria. It has brought us to this point. PDP was the party that offered people hope. But these guys, because of their selfish game and mind, they brought it down. They should go back to what Atiku has told. Atiku told them in the first instance, let us provide leadership for all the opposition. They only have a chance. The only chance they have now, if they still want to be in politics or relevant, is to go back and meet Atiku and work with Atiku. When they go back, they still have a safe heaven. If not, they will soon run into political oblivion, including Seyi Makinde.
You mean they should go to ADC?
ADC is open for every well-meaning opposition.
When you say go to Atiku, Atiku is already in ADC.
Atiku is one of the leaders. Atiku is one of the leaders of ADC. Atiku has, is a man that has this generosity of the spirit. He has this benevolence of the heart. He doesn't keep malice. He doesn't hold grudge. He forgives easily. Atiku supported him to be governor. Let him come out and say it's not true. We all know what Atiku did. I heard Minister Wike saying, I knew when he came. When they brought him, I know those who brought him. Some people brought him. Some people brought him and they supported him. Then he felt he has grown wings. He miscalculated. And you can see the frustration. As a governor, you don't do that. It's too childish. You don't have a private conversation with the president and start bringing it to you don't do that. It's very, very wrong. It shows that he's not fit for that office.
All right, he has said he's not going to work for President Tinubu in 2027. Do you think he has the capacity to keep to his words and to stand against the president in 2027? We
will see. He has said so many things that later they change. So we will see. Nigerians will see whether he has the guts to do that. Maybe he wants a successor. Let's see how that is going to play out. That is the only problem he's having. He needs to put a successor in place. And I don't see that happening. The prevailing situation in Oyo State now, why does it bother you to be talking about the Minister of Power, whether he's competent or not? Say you told the president. Why do you have to bring that to the fore? Who cares? The president has made his choice. And you told him you are not angry. Then why are you criticizing his choices? Can you see the contradiction? He's not fit for that office. I pray one day, maybe politics, because no enemy, no power. He's not my enemy, neither my friend. All of us are fighting for an interest. Maybe interest will bring us together, and I will tell him to his face.
Looking at what is happening now with the PDP almost collapsing for the APC, don't you fear for Nigeria is back to the worst days of Abacha, when the 5 political opposition parties, everybody was endorsing him? Do you see that? Yeah.
PDP left his wall and lizard, cockroaches, all sort of rodents entered it. And it's too bad for the country. It's too bad. PDP should have been the biggest potent now, as we speak, if the news milling the round was true yesterday was that INEC didn't recognize Turaki-led executive, it means ADC is the only potent opposition in Nigeria today. That means PDP is nowhere. And when I'm told that INEC invited both parties, I said, What INEC practically did was to tell them that you guys are faction, the PDP has faction, no, there's no way you can tell us about. Because INEC recognizes both factions, that's what it means.
But is it in the place of INEC to do that?
Even if it's not in their place, that is the game. That's where PDP has zoned itself. So INEC took the charge. It's not in the place of INEC to even do that. But meanwhile, INEC has political party dispute resolution units or departments. They can hide under that and say, we invited them to come and, do you understand what I'm saying? But that is where PDP zone itself. So, and I don't pity them for doing that because they didn't listen to voice of reason by all of this. What I'm going to tell them is all of these things are going to become history tomorrow. All these things all of them have done will become a reference point. Obasanjo was the president of this country. Those things he did, whether good or bad, some of them are reference point today. Ditto President Jonathan. Even you had that stayed for less than 2 years. Some of the things he did are what they have done. What the current government under Tinubu and Tinubu himself is doing will tomorrow become a reference point. This is what they are not thinking. It's going to become a reference point. The most disturbing is the shameless National Assembly. We have good ones among them, but so small, so minute, so infinitesimal. Those revelations that came about the tax reforms, both Abbas and Akpabio should have gone to bury their heads in shame for doing this to Nigerians. What have we done to these people? The question is, what are these people looking for? The Nigerians meant nothing to them. Nigerians' welfare meant nothing to these people. What have we done? Nigerians should be asking, what have we done to Akpabio? What have we done to Abbas? What have we done to President Tinubu that they should be doing this to Nigerians? When you reduce your budget, you have forgotten that the budget is a tool for planning. It's not a tool for power to share money, to spend money. As long as you reduce your budget to that, you continue to have problems. I have never seen where you want to operate. I told someone, I said, the way these guys are going, they are going to repeal and reenact 2025 budget and return to March. And exactly what they did.
2024, 2025.
Till March. So the person came and said, I said, from experience, that's what they are going to do. No fiscal discipline. There can't be when you run multiple budget. No, there's no way you can do it. So these are the things. This government is now notorious for illegality, for criminality. Let me shock you. This tax reform they are talking about, from ab initio is illegal. Let me tell you why it's illegal. Before you embark on any tax reform, you must first amend the Constitution. And why did I say that? The Constitution is clear. I think in first or second schedule where it talks about the levies, the taxes that federal government can, we're talking of exclusive, we're talking of concurrent and residual. The Constitution is clear on those things. Now, if you want to come up with new tax and levies list, you have to first go to the National Assembly and amend the Constitution. But they didn't do that. They went ahead and came up with new tax levies and list of tax and levies. They went to pass, National Assembly passed it. Constitution is procedural. They are supposed to go to state first and get the binding of the state. But what they are going to do now, if they have not done that, is new tax, they will send it to state now to endorse, and through the back door, bring it back to National Assembly to pass, for passage. The same way, this National Assembly has aided unwanted illegality, what they did in Republic of Benin. Apart from the fact that we have no reason going there. The law is very clear. You have to go to assembly first. We are not at a state of emergency in Nigeria. The president can say, I've done this, but it has nothing to do with this country. No national security threat. There was coup in other places. Why didn't you mobilize to Niger? Why didn't you mobilize to Burkina Faso? Why Republic of Benin? To show Americans and the rest of Europe that you are the big brother in Africa. You are not. They don't respect us again. In those days, when Obasanjo coughs, Africa will shake. They don't respect us in ECOWAS. In AU, we're nobody. They don't respect our president. So what are we saying? It's all shame. It's all recklessness. And now, Mr. President has more power now because the Supreme Court has made him the emperor right now with that judgment on emergency that he can start. He can wake up tomorrow and say, there's not going to be election here because there are some level, there are crises, there are fighting here and there. Who knows whether they are the one that will be responsible for it? And there won't be election in those places. And it will reduce the number of votes that will come there, and they will bring more votes from other places and say they have won. Nigerians should be aware of this. Northerners should be aware of this. Some Southerners should be aware of this. Wherever they see that they are not going to win election, this can come into place. And the president will just declare by the power they have given him now. Supreme Court was reckless. And they have not helped our democracy grow. Too bad. Because when a nation is failing, it is the judiciary that steps in. When the executive is becoming so rascally, it is the judiciary that comes in. Unfortunately, we have an executive that now has both the judiciary and the election in his pocket. Nigeria is on a long ride.
Do you think that defections of all the governors of the PDP in the South to APC is an open admission that Southern Nigeria will all vote for APC in 2027?
How? How is that going to happen? It's not going to happen.
We've seen all of them.
Let them go. Let me tell you the remarkable difference. President Tinubu is chasing the elites, the governors. And the way this is coming up, they are chasing the people, the real people. What the ADC just needs to is to galvanize the people more, sensitize them more. Nobody, see, in 2023, good. I think Article 1 about 12 states, right? And 8 of those 12 states, or 7 or thereabout, are where APC sitting governors are now. So what are we now talking about? If they know that one, they won't be doing this. Peter Obi won where they have some governors. So what are we saying? It means that the governors are not going to be relevant in 2027. They are not. Because people have seen that they don't care about them. How can a governor tell me today that he moved from PDP to APC because Mr. President has done fantastically well? Abba. How can a governor tell me that I am moving because I want to bring my state close to the center? Abba. If you have done here well in your state, you don't need them. The things that connected you are there in the constitution. You go for it, you get it. They can't deny you. When center decided not to work with the current president in Lagos, yes, all the states are not equal. What did Tinubu do? He stays in the state, he developed the revenue of his state, he generated more, he was on in his government. So what are we saying? So it tells you that everybody, they want to save their heads. They have lots of cockroaches in their cupboard. They have lots of dark shadow hovering among them because of what they have done. That's the only thing they are doing. So that's why I have no respect for all these governors. This present governor, this class of governor, I think from 2019 to date, are the worst class of governors I've ever seen in my life. Across the party lines. They are the worst class of governors. Yeah, it hasn't been like this. We have governor from 1999 to 2007. We have from 2007 to 2015. They are the worst class of governors, especially in the PDP.
All right, for a lot of Nigerians, they just see Nigerian political space as either APC or PDP. What exactly makes ADC now different from these other ones in terms of ideology, in terms of structure, in terms of behavior? And can you say ADC is truly a national party? Or is it still operating like a pressure group?
Yes, what I'm going to say is that I want to urge Nigerians not to look at ADC just on the periphery, on the face of it. Nigerians should dig into the activities of the party right now. Number one, the character of those that are leading that party, the park. Number two, the engagement they are having with the grassroots. Number three, what they have in their manifestos is different from every other party. Look at their structure, different from every other party. I took my time to read it. So if all this thing could be implemented, and they implement it because of the character of the people that are leading it, at least in the interim. The David Mark of this world, the Aregbesola of this world. And they have leaders outside the party structure, the Atikus, the Peter Obis, the Rotimi Amechi, the El-Rufai, and all of that. You may have your grounds against some of these people, but you can't tell me that they have nothing to offer for this country. Politics is about interest. Everybody pursue their interest the way they deem fit. But I want Nigerians to give ADC that chance. If you don't give them a chance, you can never tell. So they must give ADC a chance as we speak. No opposition party except ADC. And I tell you, the APC are almost done with PDP, if not completely done. They are going to beam their searchlights, all their attention on ADC now to destroy it. And that is what we have been saying in the past, that the current government doesn't want opposition. So if you finish all the opposition, then who is going to be your opposition? Who? The military? Or who? I don't know. So Nigerians must open their eyes and do your critical analysis and assessment of what the ADC, listen to them, interrogate them. Don't just make that, okay, where is your position now? So my hope is that all these leaders who are in the opposition will be able to come together. Like I said to you the last time, there's no basis for Amechi supporter to be attacking Peter Obi personally, or his board, or his people, or attacking Atiku for the way in the last few days obedience have been attacking Atiku rather than facing Tinubu that is in the driver's seat. It doesn't make any sense. I saw the way they've been attacking Atiku Abubakar. All of you are in opposition together, and Peter Obi, their leader, cannot control them. Who says you can't run? I'm happy he's joining the party at the end of this month with some of the Southeast leaders. Let him go and join. Go and fight for your shirt. In football, we fight for shirt. I play football. In my team, I have the people that play my role, almost about 10. So I fight for shirt to be able to be in a match. So go and fight for a shirt if you believe you are capable. In any case, why are you afraid? You are a young boy with so much energy. And there's an old man there who said, I can defeat you. Why are you afraid? Face the old man and defeat him, because you have energy, believe you have everything more than him. But I can tell you, old age comes with wisdom and experience. And they have ways of doing their things. So what I'm saying, the import of what I'm saying is that all opposition must come together. Even Kwakwanso, I don't know why he's always taking himself out of the circle. I don't know why Rabi Kwakwanso does that. He's been in this game for too long. He should join forces. If truly all of them are for the betterment of this country, we cannot continue this way. I spoke to one of the chieftains of the APC a few days ago, and he told me something must give way. We are not doing well. We cannot continue. I don't want to mention his name. Prominent. Said we are not happy. A member, a chieftain of the APC, said no, something must give way. It can't go like this. That the way my party is going, the way this country is being led, I'm afraid. He told me. So the Kwankwanso of this world, the obese of this world, everybody must come together. You are all in opposition right now, except you have decided to join the APC. You need to come together and rescue this country from these people.
All right, let's look. Is the ADC prepared to be in the opposition for the long haul, or is it really the goal is just to negotiate alliances and elections?
No. You need to. I don't know what they mean by being in opposition for a long haul. No, the essence of being is to be. Party is to win the reins of government, isn't it? So they want to win, not to be in opposition, to win and reset the order for this country. That's why ADC is here, and Nigerians must embrace these people. They must embrace this party. It's the only hope they have.
But Nigerians argue that it's the same people who have been in PDP, APC, now they are in ADC. How can they trust them?
Somebody must lead the charge. You can run for president. I can run for president. I can run for governor. You can run for governor. Nobody's going to, but somebody must take the lead. We need these people to take the lead, to provide a platform that will accommodate everybody. So you can't say because they have done, okay, the people in APC, where are they from? Were they not from one party before they get to where. So what are we? It's lame as far as it doesn't make sense to me that because they have been there before. So people in APC, are they from the moon? Are you going to bring somebody from the Jupiter to come and lead, to come and do this? We need these people because they know themselves, they know the game. And when they have taken over, when they have done what they are supposed to do, recover this country, then all of us do. But they can't recover without us backing them. It's going to be same of the same because if you don't back them, these other people in APC will continue. And we're all complaining. Why can't we switch gear and see, let's do something different? So don't tell me that because they have been there, no. So people in APC, have they not been there before? Was Tinubu not the former governor? What are they saying? Today's chief of staff, was he not in the House of Rep for almost 12, 15 years? The SGF today, was he not a former governor, former senator, former minister? Why didn't they criticize those ones? So if you are in opposition and you are criticizing ADC, then you don't know what you are doing. You are supposed to come together and work together and push these people out.
Let's go back to the tax reform.
Yes.
Nigerians are complaining. A lot of persons have spoken, including the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the Nigerian Bar Associations, and some other social groups have condemned that, and as a matter of fact, don't start its implementation. But the government and the National Assembly, their body language is not indicating that they are even hearing Nigerians. In the event they don't listen to Nigerians, what do you think Nigerians should do if they go ahead with implementing this tax reform?
Unfortunately, we have a government that doesn't care about the people. They don't care. And do you know something that's very funny about this government is that impunity has become their second identity. They care less about. That's why the question I ask, what has Nigeria done? Because you can't tell me what you are doing now is what will make Nigeria feel good or feel better. No, it's not going to, because Nigerians know that it's not going to feel them better. Now, a member of the National Assembly rose up to raise an observation about having a gazetted tax reform act, and the other one that they put together, that
the one they vetted,
the one they approved, and another one that is a slap on Nigeria in a country where things are really working. We're supposed to chase the member of the National Assembly out of that chambers until they do the needful. But I don't blame these people. They know the psychology of Nigerians, that Nigerians never raised a finger. Ask Nigerians to come out for protest today. The moment they come one day, the following day will not come. You see them, they prefer to go back to where they are selling things. There are things that can't give them 1,000 in a day. And they are suffering in silence. This is Nigerian for you. And these people understand our psyche and psychology, so they plug in on it. President Tinubu knows it. He's been in the game for quite a long time. So, do it, nothing is going to happen. Nigerians, 2 days, they'll forget. That is the problem. Nigerians are the problems, not these people. Ordinarily, we're supposed to lock down the National Assembly. You don't need to carry arms. Nothing can stop the voices of millions calling for change. Nothing! No government can stop it. They will get away with it too. When Nigeria will now begin to talk, it's when they begin to see the illegality in it being perpetuated, affecting them. They are not talking now. Now they can now arrest you, they can now they can seize your money in the bank, they can do anything, they can just do anything they like with these things. People are not, they don't care right now. Until when it begins to now, and it would have been too late. So, I think the government, if they truly love the country, ordinarily, a responsible president would have removed that thing. Put it out immediately. That's what a responsible president should have done. But because they have their agenda, they have what they want to achieve with it. And upon all of this, the money is not going to be used for anything. As a government, you are directed your Attorney General, another illegality, to go to Supreme Court on local government funding. 2 years or almost a year now, nothing has been done about it. What a president can tell us is that I'm going to use executive order to do that. Yes, why didn't he have the courage to tell Nigerians that I'm just giving you governor this opportunity so that I can have money to spend in the next election for me? That is what they're doing. He dares not enforce that thing. The governors will go against him. He knows. It's not President Tinubu who does not know what to do. But he wants a second term, so everything should go. So the governors need money, they need money to return him. That is what is happening. This is not allegation, this is what is happening. Guess what is happening? I tell you, Nigeria is in for a long ride, and 2027 provides an opportunity for us to change this thing. I'm talking to Nigerians now, because these people will not change it, because they have their own game plan. And it is only Nigerians that can let them achieve it. Somebody will ask me, where are the Nigerians? And it's a very valid question. Where are the Nigerians? It pains me to the marrow that as of today in this country, where we are today, I still have people calling me, asking me to give them as low as 2,000 naira. Oga, it's sad. Someone called me from my village and said, just send me 3,000. I said, what for? He said, so that my children can eat and go to school tomorrow. That is this deplorable situation Nigeria is. And these people don't give they don't care about it. They don't care about it. And I said, Egmo, 3,000. We'll just eat today, so how about tomorrow? And I did what I could do in my part. I don't have much to do. That time he was calling me. If I tell you what I had, you won't believe it. But I had to share it. This is not happening to me alone. It's happening to you. It's happening to many of us, many people. And somebody that will call you, you are his last hope. They don't care. Look at the lavish lifestyle they are living with their children. They care less. We can't continue like this. I don't know when Nigerians are going to get fed up and fight for their future.
All right, let's wrap up this way. The government just said, maybe better late than never, that they intend to shut down the social media handles of terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, and all of that. And a lot of persons thought that we should have done this even some 10 years ago. But better late than never. What do you make of this latest initiative?
They don't plan. They just react. That's what they do. And government fails a lot when they do that. You fail. I'm not against any regulation that will streamline, that will help us in fighting all this insecurity and all that. I want it, but it must be done with all honesty. This government is notorious for dishonesty. Even to the point that sometimes when president is traveling, they don't tell us what he went to do. This government is notorious for illegality, criminality, and scam. They scammed us too many. This government of APC. So whatever they tell you, they want to address is because that thing is hitting them bad, and they will address it in such a way that it's even going to be a detriment of Nigerian people.
All right. Talk to Nigerians as we wrap up on the program now. Address Nigerians. Next year is a critical year because we are approaching the election year. So that as we prepare our minds ahead of 2027, speak to Nigeria.
2026, by God, looks good. But by the action of the government, I don't want to say otherwise. Okay? They have presented a budget. Unfortunately, the budget is not, they don't see the budget as a tool of planning. It's just a power or a means or an authority to spend. I don't know what is going to happen. They have taken up 3 critical sectors with more funding, the security, education, and which other one. I hope they will be able to implement it. Before you can implement budget, there must be what we call fiscal discipline, which this government is lacking from day one. And you can see the mess they created in the National Assembly, repealing and enacting 2025 and running into to March before we now have a single budget. It's a whole mess. They just want to clear their head. For Nigerians, I want to tell them that you need to shine your eyes. You need to rise up and wise up. when you have a government who cares less about you, you all must come together and say no, because you have the right. The totality of people that are leading Nigeria today are so minute to the totality of Nigerians that are out there suffering. You must rise up. 2027 has provided an opportunity for you to reset, to make the difference. Forget that the people in opposition are people that have been there. No, that's not it. We need people that can, in the first instance, make the changes that we need. Then we'll take it from there. Some people are saying vote will not count. I am believing that vote will still count in 2027. Because you can only rig where you are popular. You can only rig when the gap is so small. I've gone into election before. I know how it is. If we're in election together and you defeat me with wide margin, there's nothing INEC can do. I tell you, there's nothing INEC can do. Because they know that the majority of people, they will burn them alive. So protect your vote. Vote can still count in this country. And lastly, at African Democratic Congress, the ADC has provided a platform for you. That is the only viable opposition we have in Nigeria, not PDP, not any party. Nigerians criticize them, assess them, interrogate them, and see what they are doing. Join them. Come together in unison to rescue the country. Not those people that are in ADC, that are leading the ADC. It's about the country. It's not about Atiku. It's not about Obi. It's not about Rufai. It's about this country. That is the first thing we must know. That it's not about any of these people. But the thing is, it's about this. It's about the future of your children. It's about my future too. It's about the future of my children. So they must wake up. They must rise. They must do the needful to rescue this country. Another 4 years of APC will spell doom for this country. And I can bet it. Because their agenda is not pure at all and is not for the people of this country. We have seen the signs, and you don't allow it to fetter. Let them complete their 2 years and send them packing. You have the constitutional right. You have the democratic right to do that. So I call on our youth. If you feel your future matters, rise up and do what you need to do. It's not about Atiku Abubakar, it's not about Peter Obi, it's about this country. Because these people, even if they come, they will go. The highest Atiku can do now, even if he becomes the president, 4 years, 8 years, even if it's Peter Obi for 8 years, there's still life ahead. So please, let's do what we need to do. Let's come together. Stop abusing the people in the opposition. Direct your anger to the people in the driver's seat, to President Bola Tinubu and his team, to the Minister of Finance that cannot pay contractors, that is making contractors suffer. Those are people to the Minister of Defense, to the Chief of Defense Staff that cannot protect you, to the IG that cannot protect you. Those are the people you direct your anger to, not to Atiku, not to Obi. These are not the people. So wise up. May God bless Nigeria.